Damn, Amy, you're trying to make me cry before I start. I did cry the first week of lore, by the way. Sorry for nothing. I guess I cried because I was feeling it. So anyway, thank you so much for that kind intro. So I want to take you all back to January of 2020, before the weird, scary, dark times. In January of 2020, I had a job that I super loved. I got to help people have wonderful events and celebrations, and I absolutely loved it. But unfortunately, the restaurant and the catering business that I was at, they decided to close down. So my team and I all went separate ways. So it took me a little bit to find a new role, and I finally found it, and it was okay. It wasn't like my favorite thing in the world, but then it becomes March. So we know what happened in March of 2020. So a chef that I used to work with at the former job reached out and said, hey, Amanda, this is going to be really devastating to our community, and all of our friends that just lost their jobs, they're going to lose their new jobs. Maybe we can do something. And I said, okay, well, let's see what we can do. So we went together with another co-founder, Bill Evans, who is a local food security champion, and we went to the House of Bread to see how we could help. We had a meeting, and the very next day, everything shut down. So I don't have a job again, and neither did he, and neither did any of the hospitality friends. All the restaurants were shut down, as you remember. So we had nothing but time. So we started to get to work at the House of Bread, helping them get ready. And then eventually at St. Vincent de Paul, and that kind of grew and grew. And our model was to take in that rescued and donated food from restaurants that was surplus, restaurants, catering, grocery stores, that was surplus so it wouldn't go to waste. And that's how it kind of all started. And I remember the day when Chef Matt called me. And he said, okay, Amanda, so you're going to be the executive director, and you're not even 40. You're going to be the executive director. And I thought, oh, me? Like, I'm the executive director? And I had this, like, flood of, like, you can't do this come over me. Like, you throw a great party, but I don't know if you're ready to run a nonprofit. So that kind of imposter syndrome like sat with me for a while, but all I knew is I gotta get in there, I gotta help people, and I gotta do whatever I can to build a team and a space that's made with love so we can send love out into the community the best way we know how. So that's what we've been doing for a long time. And in this space, I always still felt that at the back of my head, like, you're not like polished enough, you're not this enough, you're not just a million things that, you know, creep in your head when you start to get that imposter syndrome, if you let it. But I did know that all around me were these people that I absolutely adored, that every day would step up throughout the pandemic and beyond, step out to put their heart and their skills to their best use. So the more we became kind of like our weird, funky little selves, the more like I started to relax, and I had these people all around me that were helping me grow and become an executive director. And an executive director of a place I was proud of that had a lot of heart. So, you know, I'm slowly getting through this imposter syndrome, and then it's we like to have a party at work every once in a while. We're a fun little group, I would say. We have local artwork in there. Hey, Miss Love, I see you. It's a cool place to be at. And so we had this Halloween party. So I get out of the car, and I'm dressed as a gnome, a very cute little gnome. In this dress, actually. I have this long, beautiful white beard, these big ears, and a big old gnome hat. And I'm like all proud of my gnome outfit, walking in. And I'm in the parking lot, and I see there's Nick, and Nick's wearing like a tracksuit, and he has this name tag on that says Amanda. And I'm like, oh, that's funny. But I'm so like super focused on being a gnome, so I just wanted everyone to see my gnomeness. So I walk up the stairs and I come into the back office, and the first thing I see are these red shoes, and I'm like, I have those red shoes, those are cool. I'm like, Tracy, girl, I see you. And then I look up and I realize she's dressed like me, like, you look like me. And then I look to the other side of the room, and Taylor, she's kind of looking like me too. And then it just clicks, like, they're both dressed up as me. And I'm like laughing so hard, like I totally forget that I'm a gnome, my beard, and I'm like, ha, ha, ha. And then, so I go out to the kitchen to tell everybody, like, oh my gosh, did you guys see this? They're dressed like me. And I walk out there, and Chef Laura is chopping away, chopping some vegetables, and a beautiful pink blazer that I totally have too. So she's just chopping away. And then I look over and I see T-Rob. I have two Taylors. T-Rob, she's got this spiderweb dress on that I don't own, but it would be a dress I'd have, and has a wig on with bangs. And then I realized everybody at work has dressed up like me. And I was just howling, laughing, and it was just like a memory I'll never forget, because I felt like I had become like the leader that my team wanted to support, and they weren't making fun of me, they liked me. And I was like, oh, how amazing is this? And it was still like one of the funniest things that's ever happened to me. I told everybody. And then the night before I came to my joy class, I was thinking about my very first joy class, like, what am I gonna make this about? Like, what story am I gonna tell here? And right before I came that night, it was January, I got this late Christmas present on my desk. I go to look, and I love a puzzle. I am 97 years old, I love a puzzle. And it's a puzzle of everybody dressed like me at Halloween. And it was like, I said, I know what I'm gonna do now. So the theme of our class was joy, but also for the past week, I thought this was a belonging class, which kind of fits into my story. But then I realized tonight it's actually a becoming class, which also fits into my story. So I went ahead and did all the topics. Plus, I'm a little bit wild, so got that one covered for next month. But anyway, I just, my journey to build this nonprofit with the people around me, and to just grow and become me, was all about just letting myself be my little weird self, and stop trying to be what I think everybody wanted me to be. So yeah, that's my story. We're Miami Valley Meals. Check us out sometime. And thank you so much for your time tonight.